gentlemen, good evening and welcome to tonight's National Championship ring ceremony. I'm Associate Athletic Director Rob Bentley, the voice of the Bulldogs, and honored to be with you here tonight for this special occasion. This is a special night to celebrate the success of Bulldog football and most importantly to recognize our national championship team and the outstanding student athletes this evening. This past fall, the Bulldogs won their third national title in 4 years with a 14-1 overall record. Along the way, the Bulldogs recaptured the GLIAC championship, made the Division II playoffs for a nation-leading 10th consecutive year, and won the highly competitive Super Region 3 for the 5th time in the last 6 years, finishing with a 14-game winning streak and culminating with a decisive 49-14 win over Valdosta State in the national title game in our home, away from home in McKinney, Texas. At this time, let's welcome your 2024 NCAA Division II national champion, Ferris State Bulldogs.
My sentence, but committed no crime, and bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face, but I've come through. I need to go on. We are the champions, my friend. My bows, my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. Champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions. Champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. Oh, we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for the national champions. Guys, you can be seated. To get started tonight, we will have a few special speakers, and then we will dismiss tables for dinner, and then following dinner, we will present these student athletes with their national championship rings, along with our coaching staff. To start it off tonight, I'd like to introduce the three-time National Coach of the Year, Tony Annese.
Thank you. Welcome. We are obviously very proud to do this again. I don't think a lot of people get an opportunity in a lifetime to do this. So I always say this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing that's happened 3 times. And so that's pretty incredible. But proud of our guys and proud of what we achieved and proud every day how hard they work and how committed they are. A lot of people have a big part in it. We're the strongest team in the nation. So, our strength coach here, Colton, and his assistant, Dom, big part of everything we do. Our administration, which sits here, and I'm going to introduce our president here in a little bit. They obviously are critically important to our success, along with our athletic administration and all the things that they do. Many of them are sitting right here. Rob Bentley and his crew is the best in the nation, I say it all the time, in promoting the Ferris State teams, which is extraordinarily important for us. So thank you for that. My coaching staff's the best staff in the nation, and so really proud to have those guys work alongside of me, and that's been just incredible. It's been incredible. Those that stay for as long as some of them have stayed, that's incredible in and of itself. And those guys that have left have done us proud wherever they've done. And I always say, we will always bounce back, and the best is always yet to come. So that's just always been our philosophy at Ferris. Spouses are obviously the unsung heroes. They obviously have crazy amount of support, and when we face challenges, they're there to support us. So I'll just point out my spouse, who last week, because I was going through some rough times, or maybe it was 10 days ago or some rough times with some things, obviously dealing with the portal and who's staying, who's leaving, and those kind of things, and she said to me. She goes, I haven't really talked to you in a couple days. That's intentional. And I'm like, yeah? And she goes, yeah, I just know that you just want to be left alone when you're dealing with those kind of things. And I said, yeah, I figured that out. So thanks for leaving me alone sometimes, too. So, because that's not easy to do when your husband comes home and he's, not in the best of moods all the time. So. But we did win a national championship, so we're back to the positive. The rest of the support team, Pastor Mike and his crew of people, and all the things that everyone does, the training staff, the equipment staff. I mean, Cam is like a superstar, right, guys? And so we love Cam. He's so super at helping us all with the things we need. So all of those things critically important. So happy that we have so much support. We are, he's not speaking yet, but somebody's going to introduce him. But we are just so fortunate to have Zach Sealer here, and his grandparents rolling in now. Proud to see them. Yes. So, but we're so fortunate because he's such a great story, like the Ferris State Bulldog, like fabulous story. We've got so many great stories, but he's about as great a story as ever. And he was just the most valuable player for the Miami Dolphins this year. So, pretty, just a little bit above average, So they don't have that many great people who are making tons of money, right? So he's the best, a Ferris State Bulldog who, is going to tell you his story. But so I'm done with this. Tim and Bob are going to come up and talk for. No, I'm joking. I'm going to introduce our fabulous president, Dr. Bill Pink. He's going to come say a few words. So.
Oh, all right. Good evening. Oh, come on. This is a good evening. You guys got to get in a celebration mood tonight. This is not one of those nights that you just sit on your hands and you say, well, we're going to get a meal and we're going to get a ring. No! This is celebration tonight. So, first of all, I've got to tell you that I am thrilled that I truly believe that we are sitting in the room with the absolute best football coaching staff that you're going to find anywhere in the country. Anywhere in the country. The man that just sat down, it's hard to argue 3 national championships in the last 4 years. It's hard to argue that everywhere the man has gone, whether it be high school, community college, or university, he has won championships. You can't argue excellence. You can't argue greatness. You cannot argue success. So please help me thank our head football coach, Coach Tony Anise. Thank you. So could I have all of our football players please stand at this time? All just stand where you're at. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to watch and look around the room right now at the men who are standing. These are all students. These are all student athletes. These are all men who have competed and worn the name Ferris State across their chest. These are student athletes of Ferris State University. Any student at Ferris State that goes to this school, I am their biggest fan. Because to me, any student at this university is a rock star. They are a person who truly shows. That's what our university is all about. People who graduate from this university, it is a reputation that men you have to hold up, by the way. First of all, the reputation of finishing, completing your degree. I get so tired, I'm just going to talk a little bit now. I get so tired of hearing all this. I'm just going to be honest with you. Might have to take off my coat here in a second. I get so tired of hearing all this talk about transfer portal this, NIL that. Who's finishing college? That's my question. In all of these conversations, as they throw around money, as they throw around all these things, but nobody is talking about finishing what you started in a degree. Because I believe that that degree is what's going to get you your future. So, shut up, I'm on the roll. So men, as you hear all this conversation around money, around transfer, around NI, I don't care what the letters are. You make sure you ask the question, am I going to finish a degree? And am I going to put myself on a track to earn money to feed my family one day? Because last time I checked, when I go home tonight, that's my number one goal, is to make sure my wife, Lori Pink, is well taken care of. That's what matters to me. So you ask yourself that question. And once you have asked yourself that question, the answer should come back, I guess it is important to get that degree. And the last time I checked, a Ferris State University degree is going to not only get you a job, it's going to get you a good paying job. It's going to earn you a job that's going to give you not just a job, but a career path. And that is way more important than anybody's NIL or transfer portal. You may be seated. So you wear Ferris State across your chest. And as you wear Ferris State, you will do that for 4 or 5 years. And then you will go into your life, you will go into your career. But the people who stay here, the people that you see who work here, who toil here every day, who are committed to this university every year, we always wear Ferris State across our chest. We keep it on there. And as we do that, and as you finish, men, and as you go out, you keep it on there as well. Because once a bulldog, because as a bulldog, what we know is that when you have come through this place and you finish, you leave this place and you are a respected college graduate and you are a person that this state, you name the industry, you name the workforce, they look for Ferris State grads. I was just at a meeting this week, and I had a person last night at a dinner in Grand Rapids, had a gentleman sitting next to me. He said, what do you, I said, I'm president of Ferris State University. He said, I have one of your graduates coming to see me tomorrow for a job, and I certainly hope she comes because I want to hire her because I hear and I know what your graduates are all about. Man, you talk about a president sticking out his chest at that dinner. Because that person was saying, here is the quality of graduate that comes out of your university. And so it is not just about national championships. It goes so much further than that. Because I want you to be very proud of all three of those trophies that sit in front of me today. I want you to be very proud of us celebrating you and giving you a really nice ring tonight. But at the end of the celebration, at the end of the days of this thing called college, there is that life that you will then lead, and you will wear Ferris State across your chest just as proud as anyone else, because this university will have prepared you through football, through education, to not only be a bulldog, but to be a productive citizen in this state or wherever you choose to go. So congratulations, men. We are so proud of you. I must say to our foundation board that's here, thank you for being here, our Ferris State Foundation board that joined us tonight. To all of our guests, all of our family members, all of you who came to celebrate with us, thank you for being here tonight. Enjoy the night and go Dogs. Thank you.
Thank you, President Pink. Again, we have great support from our university administration here tonight. And to bring up next, the guy that loves to follow the president, our athletic director, Steve Brocklebank.
Who would not want to follow that? Everybody at my table was looking at me and they were like, oh man, I feel so bad for you right now. I want to give you a number, 162. Does anyone know what that means? 162. Any of our coaches happen to know what it means? That's how many schools play Division II football. Coach Sales, you got it? You're right. 162 schools. 162 teams come back from their holiday break, get into the weight room in January, and begin to dream about this day. They go to camp in August and they dream about this day. And today's coming. It's here today for us. It's here for the Ferris State Bulldogs. And we've done it 3 out of 4 years. You should be damn proud of yourselves, and we should be extremely appreciative of our coaching staff, of our student athletes, of our administrative support, and everything that's been built here at Ferris State. This doesn't happen everywhere. 162 teams dream of it. There's 162 of them right now dreaming about it. And we've done it. And we've did it, and we're going to continue, Coach, to do it. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. There are a few people that I want to thank. First, the foundation board. I know President Pink did that, but thank you so much for being here. Everything that you do for Ferris State University. I know you get paid big bucks to be on the foundation board, but the time that you commit and your purpose in terms of advancing Ferris, we just wouldn't be where we are without you. So thank you so much for what you do and the time. I want to thank our vice presidents, our administration for being here. It's not every place that you have your vice presidents at a ring ceremony, and they're involved all the time. You see them at all kinds of events, whether it be banquets, athletic events. So we're fortunate to have such an engaged group of leaders here at our university. And obviously, I want to thank President Pink, because at the end of the day, it's hard to move the needle without that man on our side. And he is certainly on our side and extremely caring and concerned about the health, the well-being of our student athletes. So you saw that. You just heard that speech, right? And so I think that speech epitomizes what President Pink is really all about. He's about all of you young men and making sure that you have an opportunity to be successful in life. All right, I'm gonna have the football team stand up again one more time. I am not going to repeat Dr. Pink's speech. I couldn't do it if I wanted to, so I'm not gonna try to do it. But I wanna thank you guys. Many of us have been student athletes. I was a football player. And you all understand this. It's a roller coaster ride. It's not easy. What you do is not easy. There's a lot of ups and downs. There's ups and downs physically, right? Some days you feel great. Some days you can hardly get out of bed. It's not easy emotionally. Some days things are going really well for you, and the next day things aren't. Some days you're having a great practice. Some games you get the opportunity to start. Some games coach says you're not going to get as many opportunities to play today. It's not easy being a college football player. It's not easy getting up and going to class. It's not easy with all the time demands that are placed on you. So I just want to thank you, and I think we owe you a round of applause, because not only did you do the things that were not easy, but you achieved at an extremely high level. So give them a round of applause. These guys deserve it. All right. Coaches, all of them. Rocky, get up. Get up. Coach Anise, get up. Stand up for me. All the coaches. All the coaches. These guys are an incredible group of men. Incredible group of men. Unless you live in our offices, I don't know if anybody can truly understand the amount of time that these guys pour into our young people. It's incredible. And for many of these young men, and they will attest to this, it's life-changing. These guys change young people's lives. Yes, they're very good football coaches, but they, more importantly, set young men up for success in the future. And so I just can't thank them enough for the time that they commit, not just to their craft of coaching the sport of football, because certainly that's important, but more important, the time and the love and the energy that they pour into these young men that will forever change and impact their lives. It's a special profession. It's a special opportunity, right? So a lot of times I look at them and I envy them. Not because I don't love my job, I do love my job, but I think their opportunities to connect in such a deep way with so many young men and to have the impact that they do on their lives, it's pretty remarkable. And we have one of the best staffs at it. People say, what's the magic formula? Why do you win? And Coach Anise and I have talked about it. He shared it. It's because of the love and the time that they pour into these young people. And these young people respond by competing at a high level, by going to class, by graduating, by being good human beings. They respond. But it's because of the time and the effort that these men pour into these young people that makes all the difference. So please give these coaches a big round of applause. You guys can sit down now. You're good. All right, and this is the last group I'm going to have stand up. And I want to thank my wife, Heidi, too, who's here, because I want the coaches' spouses to stand up. Yes, Christine, you need to stand up. I know they're not all here. I know Lori's not here. I know we're missing a few people that are gone. But I do want them to stand up, because too often these women don't get recognized or appreciated enough. They make tremendous sacrifices. These guys are gone all the time. They're at the office late. They're out recruiting. They've got weekends that they have recruits in. They're not around a bunch. And yet these women support these men in their endeavors to allow them to pour the time and energy and love into these young people. And if it wasn't for these spouses who are up and their support, it doesn't happen. I'm just telling you, it doesn't happen. It's hard. Coaching football is a lifestyle. It is not a job. It is a lifestyle. And because it is a lifestyle, it impacts the entire family. And so these are the pillars of support at their homes for these men to be able to allow these men to do what they love to do, and that is coach football and change young people's lives. So give them a big round of applause. I just want to thank everyone for being here. Again, this is an awesome event. This is a special evening. I appreciate everyone taking the time out to join us and celebrate it. Guys, wear those rings with pride. You earned them. You worked hard for them. Rob, who am I introducing next? What am I doing next? I'm introducing Rob Bentley, the voice of the Bulldogs. So I'm going to introduce Rob and have him come back up here. But appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much, and go Dogs.
Tonight, obviously, we're excited to welcome back a Bulldog all-time great, one of the greatest defensive linemen to ever play here at Ferris State. He was an All-American in each of his final 2 seasons, twice received the GLIAC Defensive Lineman of the Year Award, was the Super Region 3 Defensive Player of the Year in 2017, and a finalist for the Cliff Harris National Small College Defensive Player of the Year honor. He was also a 3-time GLIAC All-Academic Team selection, and became the first ever Bulldog to be drafted into the National Football League. This past fall, of course, was named the team MVP for the Miami Dolphins, and we had a great chance to honor him here today and officially retire his jersey. I'd like to welcome Zach Seidler.
Man, thank you guys. Thank you so much. 3 years as national champs is just incredible. I mean, you're making the uncommon common, which is just so cool to see. I was telling these guys, some of my buddies I'm here that played with me and been there with me from day one. In the NFL, obviously we play on Sundays, y'all play Saturdays, but Ferris has trouble getting the TVs to stream their games. So I'll be watching on my iPhone or whatever at practice or dinner on Saturdays, and it's always fun to sit there and brag, like, dude, what are you watching? Because they'll have Alabama up or Clemson or whatever, and I'm watching Ferris. And to be able to brag and see you guys compete and just at such a high level consistently every year has just been such an incredible blessing. I know Anise will know this name, Judon. Play with him in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids, play with him in Baltimore for a while. Amazing D end in the NFL. Went to Grand Valley. So it was pretty cool that when we were rolling to sit there and, jar with him about Ferris. So, but today's not about me, it's about you guys. I do just want to talk about some things that I went through here. I know there's some guys in this team that, younger guys, scout team guys, look guys that might feel like this championship's not who they are, not a part of their thing when it is. I mean, when was the first time I stepped on the field? End of my third year?
Third year, 8th.
Yeah. I think there's 8 games left, or 8th game, yeah. Yeah, so I think I got pulled because I actually spun inside on a stretch, not knowing what happened, yeah. But Tess will vouch for me, and these coaches care so much. I was a kid that came from nowhere. I was 215 coming in my second year. It was just an incredible journey. I've just, you can't even even talking about it makes it tough sometimes, but it took me 3 years to see the field. I had 2 years of accolades, and I was able to get drafted from Baltimore. And it's guys that you surround yourself with is who gets you, who helps you become who you are. It's the friends and the family that you surround yourself with. When I was here, guys like Vanderlaan and Zimmer were the studs. Obviously, Zimmer being in my same room, I was able to follow him, emulate him, and kind of see what he's doing. But I was a walk-on. I was just a young guy. I had no size to me, so I didn't know. I wasn't going to sit there and try to badger him and kind of sit and follow him and be that annoying little kid that was just following around. But I found some guys that, hey, look, we have the same goals. So I found some guys the same years as me that were trying to gain some weight and do some things. It's like, look, our goals are the same, our paths are, we want to have the same paths, let's see what we can do. And surrounding yourself around guys like that is just, that's the absolute key in my eyes. It's who you surround yourself with is who you're going to be. And obviously having people to look up to or ask questions to. I know I love when guys come and ask me questions in the NFL now. I'm an old dad, I'm almost 30, 8 years in the NFL. That's old, I know, it's crazy. But it's been a total blessing, and to have those last 2 years that I had at college, it was just awesome. But I'm one of how many thousands of kids and hundreds of kids that come through Ferris every year. You're a student athlete, and you're a student first. And the guys ask me, well, hey, why'd you choose Ferris? And usually they ask me Ferris, like, how do you spell it? F-A-R-R-I-S. No one knows it. I tell them I came here for school. They had a great mechanical engineering program I loved. A couple of the professors are amazing. I actually still got a text from one of the guys, Chuck Drake, who was here for forever, just yesterday. And just amazing guys. And it's not just like Dr. Pink said about the coaches. It's everybody at Ferris. It's the staff that just cares so much. And those guys helped me get through my entire schooling. It's not easy going practice and school and class and trying to balance that. But at the end of the day, I was fortunate. God blessed me, and I'm where I'm at with the Miami Dolphins, and it's just been an amazing journey. But that doesn't happen to everybody. Sorry, bud, but how many of my buddies made it to the NFL that I was close with? I mean, none of them. I'm the only one. And so you're a student athlete first, and to get that degree and to stick with it. And I don't know how kids can jump from school to school and try to follow with a degree. It might help a team 1 year, but it's not going to help you in your future and feed your family. I got a baby, a little kid that you guys probably saw run around the field, to be able to feed him and do that and know, like, it worked out. But if it didn't, I had a plan. To have that degree is just such an amazing thing. And I know guys in the NFL that are years 6, 7, 8 with me, they're going back. They're going back to get their degrees right now. Not because they need to, but because they want to. It's just an amazing accomplishment to have that. And I know it might not seem like it when you're in school, but it is. So that's my little soapbox. But anyways, I just got to say congrats again. It's such an amazing accomplishment, 3 times out of 4 years to be national champs. I mean, every team is going for that every single year. So you're no longer the underdogs. You're the one that have the target on your back. So to be able to hold that and keep that going is incredible. So good luck and go Dogs.
When we could be superstars, we've been rather wrecking cars.
Hey bro, is that Jambo?
What is that stage for us? Kicking up corners. Yeah, we could be superstars.
Super Grammy.
But I'm pretty sure our time is up.
Now your time
And
is
so
up.
we fell off the spinning tops. Don't know maybe for trial, but blame my error.
You see that
Ain't
thing? It's
slamming
so
the ground.
close. You can feel
Anyway,
it.
you
You're
put
dead
it, make
tired.
you
You're
hit it.
freaking,
Super
oh
Grammy.
my gosh. But you've
Snatch you
got
down.
all the energy in the
Sneak
world
and geek.
to finish
Like we
the
got
race.
Trust.
Because that's how we're built. That's who we are. That's who we're going to be today.
Nightmare,
Like the
baby.
dog mentality.
I bet you always
Finish
see
the
me.
race. Go kick.
I love you too.
No, I'm not alone, cause I came with the fire. I'm still gon' put it on, and my match my vibe. The way
looking
the
to throw
low
with
drop,
one
she
power
might
back to
think
the
it's
near
out the
side.
sky.
Races
I'm
to the
standing
corner.
on
Stays
business,
in
and she's
bounds.
standing
Teammates
on
to make
mine.
play.
Look
Into
right
the
here so
secondary.
bad to the
Johnny
bone.
Nash sandwich.
I can't wait to get her. Come home. Wake up, both of us gotta get bags in the morning. Wake up.
Enemy Trinidad, left side, to the end zone. Touchdown,
We bout to win
Bulldogs.
if they somebody looking. We highlight some. They came out of a oven. Innocent that amounted to nothing. I take a then I turn into something. I must be a pill like I
Looking to
frantic.
throw
She bad, she
downfield.
working that
Came
honest.
under one.
I gave her a sack full of money. She brought it back and it came with something. Back to back demons running. That little bit of 392, it ain't nothing. She with a ball, she upgraded from her last. Said he wasn't nothing. Damn. Her ain't seen no money. Fresh out the trap, we stepping and gunning. Need me a token, need me a
back to
boy.
throw
Won't
here.
smoke a
Go.
beans, we coming.
Go.
Look at these big boy
Go.
toes, they gorgeous.
Take
All
out
these
Trinidad.
gorgeous
Look at the
girls
throw.
know them.
Now,
I be
looking
ignoring
over
them,
the
they be
top.
ignoring me. I be ignoring them. Psych me. Yo, man, now she can't answer the phone. She outside, she getting that bag on her own. No, I'm not alone, cause I came with the fire. I'm still gon' put it on, and my match my vibe. The way the low drop, she might think it's out the sky. I'm standing on business, and
the
she's
throw here
standing
again for the
on
Bulldogs.
mine.
He's looking deep
Look
downfield.
right here
He's
so
got a
bad
man.
to the bone. I can't wait to get her. Come on, wake up, both of us gotta get bags in the morning. Wake up, sneak and link, no, we can't answer the phone.
Custom beats, Hermes brand, cash overload. Wherever we stop, we just hurry and cop. I be spinning that shit on the coat.
Bulldogs are gonna fake again. Let me Trinidad who pulls the defense. Into the end zone.
From out of the
Touchdown,
door, that one I ain't working no more.
Bulldogs.
Image, she fit it, what if she wanted, I get it. I'm taking her out of the city. Got
Collapses.
on daddy inside
Wrestle
of the day. I
down.
come and I call that, leaving my riches.
Looking at diamonds on my neck and on my wrist. Play boy, walk through the club with a finesse in this.
Here in the
Like
red zone,
Ray J.
Chambliss
She
over the
wanna
top.
talk to the
In the
kids,
corner,
make one
came
wish.
under
I'ma
one.
get
He
fried
pulls
right.
it in.
I'm tryna get high tonight, serving them pies right. Diamonds start dancing as soon as they hitting the light. Jesus, peace, Christ. What your geek like? Keeping my trust secured, I keep my pipe to protect my life. I know my rights.
The Ferris State Bulldogs are the NCAA Division II National Champions for the third time. Open the trophy case, another one is coming.
Mama's back to Big Rapids. Rock on it, rock on it. Do dirt on my name, try to bury me. Do salt on me like that was seasoning. Now this my season. Weathered every storm that was sent my way, but promise you it wasn't easy. Took some patience and grieving. I was believing when no one believed me. I was believing when no one believed me. Now they got to see me from the nosebleed or the front row. I don't care what see. Dreams to reality, I'm too real for reality TV. Remember I was piss poor, now I'm writing this song from a balcony.
Three-time natty champ, you don't do it like
but
that,
they ain't see me
man.
coming at it
We
road
gonna be
kill.
back. We
No
gonna be
one
back
long nights
again.
on that road
Back
feel
on
like keep
Mama's
pushing
down,
even though we
baby.
don't feel
We ain't
right.
taking nobody
That's what
number
it
one,
takes
baby.
to live life,
Three-time
talk to
champion,
God,
baby. You know
even
how
when
we
I
do
didn't
it.
see light. Still talk to him when it got bright. Dark days were made for the spotlight. We paid, now mama can sleep tight. The champions, the champions. Hey, we gon' bow, never fall.
Awesome memories. Ferris State is blessed to have such incredible support from our fans, our parents. I'd like to welcome from the Gridiron Club, Jeff Kerwin, to talk more about the Gridiron Club and the membership drive here for 2025. I think he's here. Maybe not. He was supposed to be here, but nonetheless, we will have membership information. You can go online now and purchase memberships for the 2025 season and join the Gridiron Club. And again, they're tremendous supporters of Ferris State football and help really create the atmosphere at Top Taggart Field. Next up, we have a special presentation, and I'd like to welcome the great-granddaughter of Woodbridge Ferris, Tammy Ferris Smith, who will make a special presentation. Coach Neese, we'd like to have you come up as well.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here to present this again.
I know how these work.
Yes, you do. Making this a tradition, a new Ferris family tradition. And then there's your box.
It's the same one I've had, you know? You guys have been in my office. My office is nicer than Dr. Pink's office.
Well, you have your own now. They're over in that box.
Okay.
I had you one for every year, just like you have by your office, to say thank you. And all the coaching staff and all the players. It's been amazing. I watch it from Florida. But I think that you deserve to see them in your home. So, they're all in that box.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you much. She doesn't realize there's no memorabilia in my house because my wife doesn't allow it, so. Win as many games as you want as long as you don't bring it to your house, so.
All right, now comes the time of the night that I know all the players have been looking forward to, a chance to present the national championship rings to our coaches and our student athletes. And it's an honor to be able to do this for the third time. So to start off, we're going to bring up the coaches, and we will present each coach with a ring. First up, Coach Brian Rock. Next up, Grant Caserta. Anthony Anise. Coach Ryan Hodges. Coach Jack Sugars. Coach Stephen East. Coach Tony Jr. Anise. Coach Dan Sells. Coach Aaron Murphy. Coach Tyler Shreve. Pastor Mike Wissink. Next up, Coach Jordan Jones. Next up, Cam Lee. Coach Colton Haynes. And Coach Dom Hall. Garrett Pistro. And Coach Owen Schlesler. Next up, Kaylin Murphy. All right, next up, we're going to move to the players. We'll start with the offensive line. Coach Rock, if you could come up and help. Offensive lineman, come stand over here and we'll get you guys going.
What? I think we got it switched right. If I'm looking for him, I'll run over there. Hey, I'll look when we get low.
All right, we'll start first. Travis Miracle. Next up, Ben Pristula. Dane Arnett. Next up, Ryan Ross. Next up is Andrew DeVries. Matthew Mish. Next up, Mason Dykstra. Next up, we have Jarvis Wyndham. Cam Heiss. Mac Bonico. Thomas Hubbard. AJ Polly. Kahari Caldwell. Next up, Braden Childress. Elmer Jakubovic. Charles Martez. Next up is Dewan Gilbert. Jalen Washington. Next up, we got Tim Anderson and Bob Anderson.
Here we go. And we'll do OB. We'll do OBs.
And Chimdendu Obi. Congratulations, offensive lineman. Next up, can we bring up the wide receivers? Slots too? Slots with the wide receivers? No, slots are separate. All right, wide receivers. First up is Tay Boyd. Next is Tyler Davis.
Tyler not here? All right. Here, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Tarek Bauer. Next up, Tyrese Hunt Thompson. Lorenz Smith. Next up, Darian Kruja. Next, we have James Gilbert. TJ McKenzie. Next up, Dakari Neely. Next is Tyron Mason. And Jalen Townsend. Congrats, wide receivers. Next up, bring up the slots. All right, to start off the slots, first up is Tim Ormond. Next up, Jeremiah Housey. Glenn Smith. Next up, Jashawn Johnson. Next, we have Kevin Sims. Jalen Benton. Next is Jeremiah Lee. Next, Tariq Brett. Next, Amari O'Brien. Dion Small. And Brady Rose. Congrats to the slots. Next up, quarterbacks. All right, to start off the quarterbacks, first up is LeSean Mumfield. Chase Carter. Next up, Jack Shearholtz. Carlos Spencer. Damir Ashru. Next up, Wyatt Bauer. Next is Carson Gulker. And Trinidad Chambliss. Congrats to the quarterbacks. Next up, running backs. Come on up. All right, to start off with the running backs. First up, Zach Ahern. Next up is Jordan Rush. Next we have Kevel Cooper. James Kobe. Colby Reed. Jake Price. And Markel King. That's the running backs. Next up, kickers and specialists. All right, first up, Mitch Middleton. Next up, we have Levi Tuenstra. Gabe Long. Ethan Sasson. And Sam Wahlberg. Congrats to the kickers and the specialists. All right, we move to the defense. Starting off, first up, the linebackers. Come on up. All right, to start off, linebackers. First up, Derek Anderson. Next, we have Michael Bush. Ben Sporman. Next, we have Connor Neer. Followed by Isaiah Bobbitt Byers. Next is Jaden Eddington. Brandon Cunningham. Next up, Peyton Hughes. Sefa Saipaia. Next, we have Jarek Fields. Christian Kramer. Ryan Ahern. All right, next up we have defensive line. All right, defensive line to get started. First up, Tim Allen. Next, we've got Cooper Nye. Next is Jake Plamondon. Next, we've got Derek Matlock, the second. Followed by Javon Ruffin. Tyron Randall. Zach Kelly. Caleb Davis. Royce Doherty. Stanley Lambert. Jake McPhee. Tyrone Fowler. Next is Gabe Blanchard. Sawyer Tenhoff. Next is Deron Irving Bay. Followed by Victor Nilsson. Next we have Toby McPhee. Jordan Tools. Cam Post. Devon Strobel. Ralph Carter. Marquis Jones. Sio Saipaia. And Noah Kendall. Congrats, defensive lineman. Next up, defensive backs. Come on up. All right, first up, Chase Nixon. Damari Jenkins. Lamont Gordon. Alston Ware. Sam Watts. Colby Brown. Jalen McFadden Jones. Mike Edwards. Anthony Perdue. Eric Jackson. Lento Smith.
I didn't say.
Trey Rigby.
Josh Beasley.
Mervyn's Jane Pierre.
Yes, hold on. You can announce it. Jesus. I gotta.
Josh Beasley. Jalen Jones. Quentin Pope. Giassi Madison. Tyler Green. Justin Payout. Eddie Henry. Kelby Tyree. Kyle Johnson. JJ Sewell. Ladies and gentlemen, congrats again. A round of applause for the 2024 Division II National Champions. And now at this time, I'd like to welcome back for some concluding comments, head coach Tony Annese.
Thank you. So simply put, there's just a lot that goes into this. One is great parent support, and we haven't really had the parents stand up. So parents, if you could stand up real quick, and players, give them a round of applause. Thank you. If anybody knew like what really went into recruiting, as I'm sitting here just thinking about the stories, man, just these guys walking up and you know what they've had to overcome. First off, you know, they like Duran's coming up and they're saying, yeah, there's a graduate, right? There's a graduate. So stand up if you've already graduated, players. So there's, you know, some of these guys got years to play yet, and yet they've already graduated, which is cool to see. And, you know, so I know Dr. Pink went off on that graduation thing, right? But some of them have already graduated. A couple of them may be in the portal and leaving. as graduate transfers, that's happening now as well. So, but I'm proud of what we've done in the classroom. I always just say this, I don't need a bunch of guys that were, 4.0 guys, all right? Nice to have. But we also need 2.0 guys, and I really believe that, okay? We need guys who maybe didn't figure it out so much in high school. It was a process for them to understand how education should be valued. And we fight for those people, and this university fights for those people. And so I'm most proud, truthfully, of the ones that had to endure so many challenges. Because when you are in a public school, you may not know what college is all about, all right? I taught in a public school for 9 years, and the majority of those graduates leaving that public school didn't have any idea what college would challenge them with. And so we're all about it, and I'm proud of everybody who's really been committed to that process. I went, we recruit in Florida. I went back to back to Chase Carter's high school, all right, followed by Alston Ware's high school, okay? Now talk about trying to recruit two dudes that are mute right there, all right? And trying to get them engaged when neither of them really say a word. And by the way, Chase is like a 4.7 GPA or something crazy, a 1380 on the SAT, and now he's starting to put some words together, which is really cool, all right? But just the stories of like all of a sudden, you're into like this recruiting process and how much you're committed to, just knowing them way beyond, just being a coach of them, and I've sat in Carson's house and Brady's house and Damari's house and they're in Florida, right? And I'm sitting in these houses and the trust, parents, that you give us to really, hand your son to us, okay? The trust you give us to take care of your son is it's just so much valued, and that we appreciate, your willingness to do that. And then player-wise, just it's really literally insane what everybody does to try to be their best. And I can just talk on and just brag about like guys like Victor Nelson, who was a transfer and came in and was like a superstar of a person, okay? Not just, not just a super football player, but a super person from Detroit Central High School, or LaShawn Mumfield from Cass Tech High School in Detroit, who is like the most unselfish human being on earth and just wants to be on the team and support people and do the things that he can do to be, a contributor. And so I'm just picking guys out as I look around. It is just like literally a love affair, okay? It is really, and so when people say, oh, does it hurt when guys leave Ferris? Dang right it hurts. It hurts like crazy, all right? It stings like you wouldn't believe because I love them. And so understand like the dynamic of this relationship is something that's just beyond almost comprehension for people, okay? And I want to have a great attitude about trying to help everybody, and I think we do a super job at that, all right? But at the end of the day, all right, this is great, but this doesn't even come close to the stories that people that are going to have the rest of our lives, okay? So there might be a day, a week, a month, a year, a few years in which maybe I'm walking away from this game, okay? My wife's retiring here in the summer, so maybe I should be doing that. I'm only like 4 years younger than her, but no, she's younger than me. But the stories are going to last forever, okay? And the connections are going to last forever, and those are the things that are just most valued. And that highlight film, yeah, it brings you back to right there when you were there, and you're like, yeah, we won it again, all right? But seeing those guys that came back today, or seeing, like we're worried about Amari because Amari's, said, yeah, I'm coming, and he still hasn't shown up. And then we're like, finally he shows up to get his ring, But I mean, that's those are people that are like, your children, and so it just matters so much. And so the players, man, I mean, I just don't even know how to describe how super they are, and how wonderful it is to come to work every day, sit in my office, and maybe have 4 or 5. Like this week, Reek was rolling in, and Jay Lee was rolling in, and these guys are rolling in. I'm like, what are you guys doing? They're like, we're just hanging out. We're bored, and we're just hanging out. And they come sit in our offices. And it's like, you're like, oh my gosh, isn't that the coolest thing in the world? So I'm going on old, and yet I'm still like, I was talking to one of my colleagues yesterday, I'm still like hanging out with 18 to 23-year-old dudes. And it's like, it might be the best thing ever, so I may never grow up, okay? And so it's so extraordinary. And, just think about what young people do to make the sacrifices they make. There's so much they do. There's a young man in here, I won't even mention his name, okay? But he's like, Coach, my mom, I'm graduating here in a week now, or 2 weeks, whenever graduation is. He goes, and my mom doesn't think that I should come back to play for my next year, but I want to be part of this team. Now, this is a young man that hasn't started yet, okay? And so I'm like, okay, well, let's work on it, all right? So I go to Hodge, who deals with scholarships. I said, Hodge, what kind of scholarship has he had since he's been here? 0. I'm like, 0? All right, well, we can give him, $5,000. And the dude was gushing like it was the greatest gift in the world for a guy that's been committed to this program from COVID on, all right? A superhuman being, great teammate, all right? And the stories like that are just incredible. So the unselfishness, the level of commitment, the level of passion for the Bulldogs, all right? And I'm going to be honest with you. I'll defend the guys that are leaving to the portal. They're always going to be like committed to the Bulldogs, okay? And so you got to understand that. They're always going to be dogs, all right? And some have been here a long time, okay? There's guys that have already transferred, been here 5 years, all right? So they gave their self to the Bulldogs. So I want to be careful not to make people feel like they're not loved. Everybody in this room is loved, okay? Everybody in this room is loved. And I appreciate all their support. And, it's the greatest accomplishment of the 164 teams now. I don't know, somebody dropped the other day. So I always say 170, but because we're the national champs, but we're way more than that, okay? We're Mitch Middleton, who's a superstar, and he's just kicked for 5 years. I don't know how much longer he's going to be here, but he's been an academic, superstar, and so every member of this team is got a great story and really sacrificed a lot and done tremendous things to boost this university up. So with that, players, all right, you're the greatest. I appreciate you all. Love you. Thank you. Everybody give them a standing ovation. Thank you.